Okay, thank you. Okay, I think I am live, guys. Hello. It is one of those nights where it's like, this is my third time doing this live where I like set everything up myself. And the last one went like swimmingly well. And then for whatever reason, I just had one of those days where it's like thoughts, they're just not sticking in my brain. So it was basically like starting all over and doing this for the first time again. I don't know what's going on. I hope that you guys are having a much smoother evening. I'm so glad that you guys are hanging out. Let me tell you, I need like a nice little evening wind down, a little hangout session. And this is just the perfect outlet for that. So really excited to be here with you. I usually talk for a couple of minutes at the beginning just to give everyone a chance to kind of jump on in case, we have followers who know that this what time it's scheduled for and they're still trying to hop on. But let me go ahead and just cover some housekeeping stuff. So something I would love for you to do for me, if you are currently logged on, is to give us a follow here on Amazon Live. We have so much cool stuff coming up for you. New products to talk about, products that I haven't covered before. We are running a whole bunch of promotions. So in upcoming videos, we are going to be running discounts from as much as 20% off items all the way up to 80% off certain items. Tonight we're running a 50% off of selected items. I don't want you guys to miss out on any of those deals. I love hanging out with you, just building this little community. It's so great. So if you would like to get notified every time we go live with one of these videos, you're going to need to hit that follow button and follow us here on Amazon Live. I would absolutely love that. You can also share this live stream with friends, family. If you have other mom friends, moms to be, anyone you think would benefit from just learning about what Kia Babies has to offer, please share it with them. It helps more people see us. And so we can just like keep these parties going. And they'll just grow and grow, and the more the merrier. I would also love for you to check us out on social media. We're on all the major channels, of course, so Facebook, Pinterest, YouTube, and especially Instagram. Like, Instagram has my heart because we just have such a great Kia parents community going over there. We're constantly sharing your stories, sharing your photos, your experiences with the product. We do fun giveaways over there. So please follow us at Kia Babies on Instagram. And in case you are already following us over there, I don't know if you've seen, but there's been a little bit of a kind of rebranding that Kia Babies has done, and I am so excited to be a part of it. We have revamped the logo a little bit. Of course, the ethos behind the brand is staying the same. The amazing products that we bring you is staying the same. It's just a little refresh, and I think it's super fun. And so I want you guys to go check that out as well. Okay, so let's talk about really quickly, just so you understand how this works. The 50% off tonight, because I'm sure if you saw that in the title, that's probably why you're here, right? You want 50% off. I don't blame you. I want you to have 50% off of the items we're going to talk about tonight. The way that works is this promotion is a thank you for tuning into this live stream. So it will only be active for up to 1 hour after this live stream ends. Let's see. So what you need to do is there's a banner below this video. You need to click the claim button, and that will automatically apply the 50% discount to the eligible items when you actually complete your transaction. So you're going to have to add the items that you want to your cart and make sure you go in and like finish out your shopping, close your cart, and that 50% off is going to just automatically come off when you check out. So if you want to hang out through the whole video, I would absolutely love that. We've got a lot of ground to cover tonight, items I have been using and loving. Some I've talked about just recently, some I haven't talked about in a very long time. So I'm happy to like bring those back around. I'm gonna share some tips and tricks with you. I started to notice kind of a theme with some of the items that were, marked 50% off that I wanted to share with you tonight. All of these products I have used to kind of contain or create less mess. I have used them sort of during the messiest parenting moments, right? Like the spitting up, the drooling, the spills, mealtime, that kind of thing. So we're going to talk about how to create less mess. And we're going to talk about how these products can help you with that tonight. So I do have quite a bit to cover. As you can see, I've got some bandana bibs laid out. I will forever talk about these bandana bibs because I'm just obsessed with them. Hanging up behind me, I've got some multi-use covers. I am having a little bit of technical difficulty with my display rack back here. I can't bring it down any lower. One of the sides is stuck. So I am going to actually pull these down and show everything to you up close. Don't worry. And then I've got some other goodies that I'm going to throw in and talk about as well. But let's start with these bibs because I want to cover all of the items that are eligible for this 50% off first. So let's get to that. Now, I just talked about these bibs, not last week, but the week before, and I'm talking about them again because I'm still using them with my 12-month-old daughter, Sophia. She is currently in the midst of teething. It's the cutest thing. She is like becoming a fully fledged little person, I feel like, with like a whole mouthful of teeth, like a good full set. And so she's starting to get these like side ones on the top and then her little side ones on the bottom. And so that just basically means that she is a drool monster, like 100% of the time. It is just a cascading waterfall of moisture just constantly. Other things, she's like chewing and gnawing a lot. So basically she is just staying generally damp. And these bandana bibs are just an absolute lifesaver right now. I don't know if you guys have been through teething babies or you also have a teething baby at the moment. But something else that kind of happens is, you get through the spit up and the reflux phase from when they're newborns and you think that you're like good and past it. And then they start cutting teeth and like, because they're drooling so much and they're swallowing a bunch of saliva, the spitting up kind of comes back in full force. So we're also going through a lot of that. So let's just talk about how wonderful these have been and how much less mess I have to clean up since I've been using them. Okay, so these bandana bibs, first and foremost, are the absolute softest thing on this planet. If I could make bedding or pillowcases out of this material, I absolutely would do it in a heartbeat. Just so cushy and wonderful. Why they are so soft, they are double layered. So the outside layer here, this cutie part is 100% organic cotton. And then the inside layer is fleece. So I don't know if you are familiar with some of the kind of benefits of fleece as far as absorbency, but it is a nice, thick, plush material that is very naturally absorbent. And it is also naturally moisture wicking, which makes it the perfect material for the inner lining of something like a drool bib. Because basically what happens is anything that kind of spills onto the surface here, first of all, the cotton is amazingly water resistant. So anything that doesn't just kind of slosh or roll right off is going to soak into this initial layer. It's going to kind of get trapped in all this fleece in here. It's moisture wicking, so it's going to pull it away from the clothes underneath. It's going to pull it away from baby skin and just lock it up nice and tight in there. And literally seconds after you've had a spit up or a spill or a dribble, anything like that, this is completely dry. And you can actually feel the underside and it's completely dry. So I'm not even kidding you. This will absorb a mess in literal seconds, which is amazing. So because of that, you're going to be able to actually use just one bib, and I can attest to this because I actually use these in my everyday life. You are going to be able to get through an entire like 8, 10, 12 hour, hopefully baby is not awake for a full 12 hours, day with just one of these bibs. Like that's how absorbent it is. And so because of that, you are majorly cutting down on the amount of laundry you're going to be doing, right? It is going to cut your laundry time at the very least in half. I don't know about you, but like since having a baby, I swear the amount of laundry has tripled or quadrupled in this house. So anything that kind of helps cut down on that is super, super helpful. And it's, you know, A+ in my book. These come in these are 8 packs. So again, you're going to get through, you know, what, an entire week before you're going to have to throw all of these in the washer. Now, something that's very important to me is anything I'm using for baby has to be super easy to clean. You know, I'm busy. I don't have the time for spot cleaning. I don't have the time for hand washing a lot of the time, you know, dry cleaning, that kind of thing. So I love that these are machine washable. You just wash them on cold. You can tumble them dry in the dryer on low heat. And just make sure that you are not using any fabric softener. I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but basically any baby product or any product in general that you want to maintain absorbency, you don't want to be using fabric softener on. And these are so soft that you don't even need it. So yeah, super easy to clean. I love how size versatile they are. I talk about this all the time because again, like I have a 12-month-old who is still using the same bibs. I think I got these when she was much younger. I don't even remember how long ago now it's been that I first got my hands on these, but they have fit her from the time she was a much smaller baby to she's still using them now. And the reason for that is the double snaps here in the back. So they are wonderfully size adjustable. So if you have a newborn or even these are acceptable for a preemie size baby, you are going to want to hook your bib on the narrow setting, right? So that's what I just did here. You're going to take this inner snap and connect it to the inner snap. And I promise, like, this is, when you actually have it in your hands, super self-explanatory, easy to figure out. You're just going to make it the absolute smallest it can go. I don't want to overcomplicate it by like talking through it too much. So that's what you're going to want for a small baby. As baby gets a little bigger, you're going to want the regular size. So that's what my daughter Sophia, who's 12 months old, is comfortable wearing right now. So that's going to be just like to like. And you're going to get that nice middle size there. And then if you need for an older toddler, so let's say, I think these are acceptable for use up to like 36 months. What you're going to want is that very last snap to the very last snap. And that's going to make it nice and wide for your bigger, older toddlers. And so I'm actually going to pull out Mr. Cotton. He is going to make a couple of appearances in this video and just show you on him really quickly since my daughter Sophia is in bed already. On the narrow setting, you can see there's not a lot of give up here at the top. So that's nice and small and snug. The regular setting, you've got a little more space here. And then this is how wide it can go. You see how much give it's got there. So again, think of this as like a long-term investment. Babies actually will continue to teeth all the way up to about 33 to 36 months. It's amazing that we survive that phase. It goes on way longer than you might think. So you definitely will be using these for your toddler and your older babies. And what's great is that they are going to continue to fit. So just one pack of these is gonna be exactly what you need. So I do want to talk about these colors and patterns. They are the ones that are eligible for the 50% off. I didn't want to kind of overwhelm the table too much. But if you want to check out the other colors and patterns that are available, you can browse here on Amazon. The ones that are eligible for the 50% or anything that I'm going to be talking about tonight is going to be browsable just below this video. So this pack is called Flourish, and it's probably one of my favorite patterns for girl babies. So if you yourself are a girl mom or a girl parent, or if you need a thoughtful, practical baby shower gift for someone who is expecting a girl child, I just think these are so dainty, so sweet, so feminine. I love putting them on my daughter. I just want to show you close up what some of these look like. They are all floral, and they're nice and pastel, pinks and blues, some beautiful greens in there. So, you know, even if baby is not in the midst of teething and drooling and spitting up all the time right now, if you just want like a sweet little accent to baby's outfit, you know, I don't know about you, I love dressing my daughter Sophia in cute, like little fashionista things, but I'm not like naturally gifted in coordinating things like that. This is just a super simple, cute way to add a little pop to any outfit. And so that's something else that I really love about these. So I love how sweet the Flourish pack is. And again, you can shop that in the carousel just below this video. So make sure you take a look there. The next set we have is called Constellation. Now, I do think these are unisex, but they also work really, really well for boys just because we've got the nice blue shades and the grays. So if you have a boy in your life or you are shopping for a boy mom or a future boy mom, I think these are a great option. Again, this is called Constellation, and it is 50% off tonight. So we've got some gray stars there, these little clouds. Love that. I think that's so sweet. We have owls with an actual constellation. Really, really into that one. This kind of window pane pattern. I love that these are all very, they're fun and they're patterned and they add a little pop, but they're also, for the most part, really neutral. So nothing too crazy. They're just gonna go with every outfit. Again, nice and unisex. Little owls with stars. So that is the Constellation pack. Now, these are definitely some of my favorites for boys. I just think they're so super cute. We've got our Camo Pack. So let me just show you. It's exactly what you would expect from a pack called Camo. I love these greens, these yellows and beiges. This is probably one of my favorite colors that the bibs come in, this nice like rust, burnt orange color. So you do have in this pack still some nice plain neutrals. A little glint on this one. There's that. This cool gray. I just imagine like a super tough, outdoorsy little guy, like looking so handsome in this set. So that's camo. Of course, you might have a super tough, you know, rambunctious little girl that would look super cute in them as well. And then US of A is the final pack. I'm going to show you those up close in just a second. That is eligible for the 50% off tonight. Now, because as I said, it is just one of those nights, a little mishap. So we were traveling over the 4th of July weekend. We went to visit some of my husband Gary's family that do not live nearby. And because it was the 4th of July, I took a few of the US of A bibs because I wanted to take pictures of Sophia in them. They just went beautifully with her outfit. And we actually ended up leaving them at a relative's house where they have been washed and dried and put away until we were able to get back over there. But because they live far away, that hasn't happened yet. And then of course they went 50% off and I was like, oh, I wish I had them now because I need to show them tonight. But let me show you what I have. The US of A pack is kind of exactly what you would expect. Very patriotic, We've got the blue stars here. So stinking cute over the 4th of July. This nice electric blue, a nice just neutral white, this kind of muted gray with the stars. Love this gray. This is one of my favorite. It's like a gray green. Kia Babies makes some other bandana bibs in this color, and it's one of my favorites. Again, you've got the stars and stripes pattern there. And now what I'm missing is I'm going to show you the coordinating Burp cloth. Just so you can see, there's also the American flag, which is one that we packed for Sophia and we ended up leaving, but it looks like that. And then this very cool kind of bright electric red or American flag red. So that's what I'm missing from this pack temporarily, but I still wanted you to be able to see it. And of course you can browse it in the carousel underneath this video. And so this pack is also eligible for the 50% off. So guys, you have to have these. I love them. They are like one of my Kia Babies product obsessions. It's why I talk about them so often. It's something that I am still using and I use, daily with my daughter. Just real quick, some other things about them. I talked about how soft they are, and that they are organic cotton here on the outside. And that just makes me want to bring up the fact that the Kia Babies brand is GOTS certified. That's GOTS. And you may not know what that is or what that means, and that is totally fine. But since learning about it, I find that it's a really important thing to know about the brands that you shop. So GOTS stands for Global Organic Textile Standard, and it is an international organization that has kind of set the benchmark for social and ethical responsibility in the manufacturing of products that use organic textiles. So like organic cotton, like these are. Basically, any brand that attains GOTS certification has proven that from the harvesting of the raw materials to produce these products, all the way up the supply chain to, conditions where the items are manufactured, working conditions, a lot of care and thought has gone into making sure everything is done responsibly, ethically, sustainably, and so on. So I think that is extremely impressive. Very proud of Kia Babies for achieving that. It makes me very proud to represent them as a brand, and it makes me feel really good about shopping them. So I did just have to mention that because I do always talk about just how luxe and high quality and how soft all Kia Babies products feel. And, that has a lot to do with it. The materials that they're using, the way that their products are produced. So yeah, if that aligns with, some of your values and how you shop like it does with me, then you'll be happy to know that, and you can feel very happy and very confident in shopping the Kia Babies brand. So yes, that is the Bandana Bibs. And of course, I will bring these back around in future videos because I love them so much. And so we have lots of other colors and patterns to talk to you about, but these are the ones that are 50% off tonight. So I wanted to start with these. So I'm going to just clear these out of the way because I have so much to talk about. I just don't have the table space, unfortunately, to talk about everything at one time. So let's just move those aside for a minute, and let's move on to another complete obsession of mine, something else I have talked about in the past. And again, I use them all the time, so I'm gonna keep talking about them. The washcloths. Love, love, love these. So little confession, not only here, I want you to kind of get a good look at all of the colors. We are going to talk about the ones that are eligible for the 50% off. Okay, so not only do I use these when bathing my daughter Sophia, I use them for myself as well. So these bamboo washcloths are what I take my makeup off with at the end of the night because let's think about it. The skin on our face is, very sensitive and delicate. It is much like baby skin and deserves to be treated as such. So I have done away with my previous kind of harsh exfoliating washcloths that I was using once I got my hands on these, because they are so soft, so luxe. My daughter Sophia has extremely sensitive skin. She's also a little bit eczema prone. So I have to be really mindful of what materials I let come in contact with her skin, especially if her skin is damp or wet. So the fact that these are just so incredibly soft and just delicate makes them the perfect choice for her. And it makes them really the perfect choice for using for babies in general, because baby skin is, it's brand new. It is delicate, and a lot of the things that we use on adult skin really isn't that suited for baby skin. And the reason for that is especially with a newborn, so they kind of come out covered in a substance called vernix. It's kind of that white, waxy, some people describe it as cheesy substance, and it's basically what protected them in the womb from all of that amniotic fluid that they were soaking in 24/7. And it, comes off sort of slowly for a lot of babies over the duration of like a week or two after they're born. And so you do, as soon as it's safe to bathe baby, you do want to be removing that vernix when you bathe baby and use your washcloth on baby, but you have to do it very delicately, because it can actually kind of over exfoliate that delicate new skin underneath and cause chafing and irritation. So we definitely don't want that. So that's why it is important to use washcloths that really have been designed with baby skin in mind. And speaking of that, part of why I love these so much is because they are bamboo. So if you are not as familiar with bamboo as a textile for things like washcloths, towels, things like that, I'm going to really quickly give you my little spiel on why I love bamboo so much, and why I've slowly been trading out a lot of products that I use on my skin and on my daughter Sophia's skin for bamboo. So first of all, it's ethical and sustainable. And the reason for that is that bamboo as a plant is very naturally replenishing. One bamboo plant can grow up to like 3 feet in a day. It is not over harvested. It is not endangered. So that makes it, a really ethical choice for the use of, manufacturing products. So again, if that's something that aligns with your values, that's wonderful. Bamboo is a great choice for you. It requires less water than other crops that are used to make products similar to this, so it's less of a drain on resources. Usually the entire plant doesn't have to be actually raised from the ground to create soft products like this. You can just use clippings from a bamboo plant. So that's kind of the sustainability side of it. Bamboo is naturally antimicrobial, so that makes it a wonderful choice for anything you're going to use as like a cleansing agent, right? So like a washcloth, toothbrushes, even kitchen utensils. Bamboo is becoming a lot more popular just generally in the manufacturing of products like that. So that's super neat that it has antibacterial properties. It's very, very durable. So you can tell just by feeling these. I know you can't feel them through the screen, of course, but when you hold them in your hand and you actually use them, you can just tell how high quality and just good condition these are. So that means that they're going to stand up to a lot of wear and tear. They're going to stand up to a lot of washes in the washing machine, and they're going to last you a really long time, which is great. They are size large, as you can see. I feel like previous washcloths that I've used for my daughter Sophia have been like these tiny little, they're almost like toilet paper square size. And it's just like, what am I supposed to do with this? Once she's not a newborn anymore, it's like taking forever to get her clean, because you can only, scrub just a little spot at a time. So I love that these are more like standard adult size washcloths. They're definitely on the larger side as far as baby washcloths go, and I love that. Means I can use them also. But they also just fit nice and comfortably over your hands. You can cover a lot of area as you're bathing baby. to keep baby from getting cold in the bath, something we still like to do with Sophia, even now that she's a year old. Babies have a harder time than we do regulating their body temperature. So if you just, dip this in the warm water, get this nice and wet, you can actually place one over baby's chest and torso and just leave it there as you kind of bathe the rest of baby. And it's basically just like having a nice warm blanket, and will keep them nice and warm and keep them from getting the shivers. Which if you have a baby that kind of protests bath time, doesn't really enjoy it, that might be something you want to look at. Are they getting too cold? And so that's a really neat trick. And it's why I love that these are sized the way that they are. They're exceptionally absorbent, so you can get a really nice lather. I know that's been another problem with baby washcloths that I've used. I just, like, no matter how much soap I use, I cannot get them to lather up. That is not a problem with these, and that's because they are so absorbent. They're able to take in a lot of water, and you can make nice big suds with these. So let me just show you close up. This is actually my favorite color. I think it's nice and neutral. It goes nicely with my guest bathroom, which is where we have a tub, and it's where we bathe Sophia. This is the earth brown, and it is one of the colors that is eligible for the 50% off tonight. The other color that is 50% off is the gray, which is probably my second favorite color, just because I like that it's nice and neutral, and I can use these in a guest bathroom, and they're going to just go nicely with everything and not clash. So these are the two colors you want to look for when you're shopping below, the earth brown and the gray. They are 50% off, but of course, you are not limited to those two colors. There's a whole smorgasbord. We've got this classic white, we've got this really sweet yellow, a lavender purple. We've got blush pink. I love these because, of course, I am a girl mom. And then we've got these nice baby blue. So just really, really nice muted colors that these come in. So lots of options for you. Back to how durable these are, because I'm looking at the stitching and just reminded myself that I wanted to talk about how intricate this stitching is around the perimeter here. This is not going to come undone. Again, it just means that these are going to last a really long time. So, again, this is an item that you think of as a long-term investment because, right, baby is going to continue to bathe and need washcloths, even when they are toddlers and even elementary school size kids, and we still bathe and shower. So I love these so much. I highly recommend kind of transitioning your current washcloths in your house for both baby, your kids, and for yourself. Transitioning away from whatever you're using now and switch to these Kia Babies bamboo washcloths for the whole family. They're just the softest thing on earth. I absolutely love them. So aside from bath time, some other things that we use these for in our lives, we are currently using them in our guest bathroom for guest hand towels. We're still in the midst of COVID, and of course, anyone that's coming into our home is, someone that we know very well. It's friends and family and very few close friends, people that we feel very comfortable having around our daughter, but still we're trying to be just, extra sanitary when we have visitors. So no kind of sharing a hand towel in the bathroom. We like to keep a stack of these with a little hamper nearby. And that way when guests wash their hands, it's one-time use for them. They pick this up, can dry their hands off, and they just drop it right in the hamper. And then we just do a load of laundry and we start all over again. So that's a really great use for these. Again, taking off your makeup because they are so soft. They're not going to irritate the face. They're not going to tug, unnecessarily on your facial skin. So ladies, moms, if you need a self-care moment, highly recommend using these as a makeup removing cloth. We use these to clean up after mealtime. I said we were going to talk about how to, create less mess in this video. And this is probably one of my favorite tools in cleaning up messes around the house. Again, because they are so absorbent and they're so easy to clean. When Sophia gets messy after a meal, these washcloths are the only thing that she will let us wipe her up with without her just crying and pitching a fit. She does not like to be wiped up. She doesn't like to be cleaned up. And I do think a lot of that has to do with the fact that her skin is so sensitive. So the fact that these are just nice and plush and soft and she doesn't complain or protest just tells you really how nice and luxe these are. So yeah, we use them to clean up after mealtime. Now, I did want to share a little cleaning hack with you that these are absolutely ideal for. So if you need just a quick table wiping, countertop wiping, cleaning up baby's high chair wipe, but you don't want to have to buy a ton of disposable wet cleaning wipes from the grocery store. You're trying to be a little more sustainable as we are trying to be in our household. I wanted to share with you a little DIY reusable cleaning cloth trick using the Kia Babies bamboo washcloths. So you are going to want to write this down. So I'm going to give you just a second to grab a pen and paper because it's my favorite new thing that I'm using around the house. Okay, so we are going to make a DIY cleansing agent. All right, and so what you're going to need is 1 cup of distilled water, 1 cup distilled white vinegar, and then if you so desire, this is going to be an aesthetic thing. It's going to be for the smell, 15 to 20 drops of your favorite essential oil. Now, something I will caution against with using an essential oil, if you're not familiar with them and don't already use them, you do want to make sure if you have pets in the house, that any essential oil you are using is going to be pet safe and is not toxic to dogs or cats or, whatever your pet is. In our house, as much as we try to avoid having our cat climb on countertops or dining room tables, she does occasionally do it. We catch her doing it all the time and we have to kind of shoo her down. But that means I have to be really careful of anything that I use to clean those surfaces because she's going to walk across it, get it on her paws, then she'll lick her paws. And obviously I don't want to make her sick. So please be very mindful with the essential oils that you are using. A favorite of mine to use is called Clary Sage. It has a nice floral, almost lavender kind of scent. And it's great for, cleaning products. I love the way it makes my countertops smell, my tables and things like that. And it is non-toxic to pets. So that's a great option. Something else you could use if you don't want to use an essential oil, you don't have to, but you want to kind of, mask the vinegar smell a little bit, is you can use a small amount of a gentle dish soap or even a hand soap that has some fragrance to it. So in a bowl, you're going to mix all of those wet ingredients together. You're going to take some of these. I would use like a week's worth. So, 6 or 7 of these Kia Babies bamboo washcloths. You're going to roll them up just like so. Place them in a nice glass container like this. Obviously, your container should have a lid, but just for example's sake, so I can show you, mine is open at the top. So you're going to fill this up with your washcloths. Pour that wet mixture that we just talked about over them. Make sure they're good and soaked. Put your lid on the jar, and these are good to go. They are going to stay nice and moist for about a week, sometimes a little more. And so at the end of the week, once you've pulled them all out and you've used them all, you just toss them into the laundry. No special washing instructions. All of that stuff is going to wash out super easily. So you just machine wash them on cold, tumble them dry on low, and they are good to go again. So that is one tip I have discovered for using these guys to help less mess around the house. I am keeping my countertops, my dining room table. I even kind of clean around my stovetop with this. And with these, Sophia's high chair, I'm keeping super clean. It's like the cleanest my house has ever been. So yeah, I wanted to share that with you guys because again, these are just multitaskers, right? They're not just for bath time. So that's a favorite use of mine. So that is the bamboo washcloths, and I want to keep moving because I also have the bamboo hooded towel to talk about. That is also 50% off tonight, and again, one of my very favorite items. So I'm just going to put these aside. Make sure you shop below. Remember, the earth brown and the gray are 50% off tonight. And all you have to do to take advantage of that 50% off is shop. The promotion is a thank you for tuning into this live stream. So it will expire 1 hour after the end of this live stream video. So make sure if you're sticking around until the end, because you want to hear about all of the products we're going to be covering tonight, I don't blame you. I love that. Just make sure you remember to check out at the end. And when you actually complete your transaction, the 50% off will just automatically come off of your purchase. So that is all you have to do. You just have to be here and then you have to shop. So please take advantage of the 50% off my absolute favorite washcloths. Okay, so let's talk about the Bamboo Luxe towel. Got my little display here. I like to put it on this little holder whenever I talk about the towels because I want you to be able to see how cute the little hooded part is here. I say this all the time, but like 3 of my favorite things for baby products, right? It's just like, it's my kryptonite. It gets me every time. Any product that makes it look like baby has a full head of hair, so like the funny little beanie caps and things like that, or the hoods with hair, anything that makes it look like baby has a full set of teeth. So the pacifiers with like the silly Austin Powers type teeth cracks me up, and anything that makes baby look like an animal. So that's why I absolutely adore these sweet little bamboo hooded towels. So again, these are bamboo, all of the same benefits as the washcloth. So really quickly, just to recap the whole little bamboo spiel. So bamboo is super durable. It is super soft. It is naturally antimicrobial, and it is very sustainable. It is a self-replenishing plant. It is not over-harvested. It is not endangered. So it just makes it a really all-around wonderful choice for textiles. So, I'm slowly kind of transitioning anything that we use on our bodies for both my daughter Sophia and for us to bamboo products. So again, this towel is extremely absorbent, just like the washcloths. I wrap Sophia in this, and 2 seconds after she's out of the bath, she is dry. She absolutely loves the little hood. She thinks it's so fun. She likes to look at herself in the mirror. It's like makes great photo opportunities for, baby book. It's very Instagrammable because it is so cute. This makes drying her hair just a cinch, so quick. I'm able to just put this over her head. And because the towel is sized as large as it is, again, just like the washcloths, I just love that everything with Kia babies is kind of oversized. Like they really have kept in mind that there's so much size variation. First of all, you want something that's you're going to be able to use when baby is brand new, but also keep using, until they're like 5 or 6 years old, ideally, so that you're not constantly having to replace things. I love that they've thought of that. I love that they've also thought of, the fact that there's a lot of variety in baby size, right? Like my daughter Sophia is in the 80th percentile for body size for her age. So she's a big girl, things that, fit an average size 12-month-old don't always fit her. So anytime, things are sized large, it's always, good in my book. I find that super useful. So these are size large, which basically means that I can just wrap Sophia up in it, and I put this over her head. And as I'm drying her hair, she's not like falling out of her towel. I'm not having to like constantly readjust it. She's not, getting cold. She can stay nice and snug and warm. It dries so quickly. So this is also great for taking to the beach. This is the towel we used on our recent beach trip. Every time she would come out of the ocean, the swimming pool, this is the towel that we used. I will show it to you up close because this is the version that is 50% off tonight. It is the Luxe bamboo towel, and you can shop it just in the carousel below. Super, super cute. Let me show you up close again, the little bunny and the bear. And of course it's got the ears. It's luxurious feeling. I love it. It's my favorite baby towel I've ever used. And I want you guys to take advantage of it, I would love for you to get your hands on it. Okay, so an item that I have not, let me actually, just because this is so cute, like why not leave it up, right? And if anybody's joining us late in our last kind of 15 minutes here, they can see our cutie towel. And maybe they'll be like, I need that. Julia, I need that towel. I need for my baby to have little bear ears when they come out of the bath, because why not? So an item that I actually haven't talked about in a very long time, probably since I first received the item, is the multi-use cover, which is here behind me. So let me just pull those down so that you can see those displayed out on the table, and then I'll show them to you up close. And we're going to talk about those a little bit because 2 of the patterns behind me are 50% off tonight. Just take a sip of water. This one is probably my absolute favorite. Oh, and I just realized that one slid off the rack before I got started, and I never put it back up. So I'll pull that one out as well. This multi-use cover is, man, when I say multi-use, like, I mean multi-use. We're going to talk about all the different uses for it. Let me just grab. And what's funny is, for as many of these as I have here, let me actually remove the towel because I'm running out of space. As many of these as I have here, I don't even have all of the available options, which I've only included in the carousel below for you to browse and shop. The ones that I'm going to talk about tonight, the ones that are 50% off, but also the patterns that I actually have. But if you want to check out the other colors and patterns, obviously they are all available on the Kia Babies website, kiababies.com, or here on Amazon. Okay, so let's talk about the multi-use cover. So this one is the Dainty Blooms. It is 50% off tonight. I absolutely love this one. Love everything about it. I am a hashtag girl mom 100%. So I love using this out with Sophia. We haven't actually used this in a while just because she is older and she's not nursing. She's also down to just 1 nap a day, so I'm no longer using it as a car seat cover, but let's get into all the different uses. So obviously, first thing, this is an excellent, excellent nursing cover. So let me just show you how that would work. Of course, I'm sure you're aware already. But you would just place this over yourself like this. Baby would be tucked safely underneath, and it is perfectly private. You can take this anywhere, nurse in public, and not feel like you are exposed. I love, there is no seeing through this. Now, let me just talk about, I truly don't know how Kia Babies achieved this, because even if I shine light through it, not see-through. It is so, so thick, right? But at the same time, I always like to do the breath test. Anything that's going to be in or around baby's face, I like to just take a few deep breaths in and out to make sure I can feel breath on the other side. That means that it's, not a suffocation hazard. It is so breathable and airy. You are not going to overheat under this. I have worn this not to nurse Sophia, but to contact nap her while we were on a trip. And she just kind of needed some shade and some darkness while I held her. I did not overheat. Sophia did not overheat. We didn't get sweaty and yucky. Obviously, I felt like she could breathe fine underneath here. It's amazing. I wish I had had my hands on this when I was nursing Sophia. She had kind of outgrown that stage already by the time Kia Baby sent this to me, but I just feel like it would have made so many things about our breastfeeding journey so much easier. I just remember that Sophia had a really difficult time latching. She had a lot of reflux in the beginning, so nursing was very, very difficult for her. And because of that, I always felt super self-conscious about nursing in front of people. So if friends or family were coming over to visit, because obviously, you're inundated with visitors when you have a new baby, especially as a first-time parent. Everyone is so, so excited to meet the new family member. I just felt like people were constantly in and out, and I really didn't have like the time or the privacy to provide her with the nursing opportunities that I really should have, just because I wasn't comfortable. And if I had had something like this, I would have felt more comfortable, I think, to nurse in front of people. And that would have been just a much less stressful time in my life for both me and Sophia. I 100% think that this should be in your hospital bag must have. So if you are a mom to be, or you know a mom to be, please keep this in mind. Breastfeeding in the hospital, obviously it is a completely natural thing, and you should absolutely not feel awkward or uncomfortable about doing it at all. But if you are someone that's kind of just naturally self-conscious anyway, like I am, people are, constantly in and out of your hospital room when you have a baby. Your nurse comes in to check on you like 6, 7, 8 times a night, I feel like, and it's always right as you're drifting off to sleep. You have the newborn tech who is coming in to check on baby. At some point, you even have, insurance and billing comes in to visit you, and baby is pretty much going to need to be nursing, if that's something you choose to do, around the clock when they're first born. Just 24/7, they're going to be just constantly latched. And so basically, like, your breasts are just kind of always out 24/7. And I just remember feeling really vulnerable and really exposed in the hospital. And I didn't have anything like this. I won't get into it, but woefully unprepared for my birth. My hospital bag was like not good. Lesson learned for baby number 2. But I really do wish that I had had one of these covers for that. So please keep that in mind, again, if you are expecting a baby or you know someone who is expecting a baby. Okay, so we talked about using them as nursing covers. Now, let me just talk about this print really quick. It's the Sweetheart is what it's called. And it is the other one that is 50% off tonight. So it's the Blooms and Sweetheart, these two really precious, dainty, pinky ones, and actually 2 of my favorites. The other use for this, which we have used quite frequently, is this makes a great car seat cover. And I meant to bring a car seat down here so that I could show you, but I didn't because it was just one of those nights. So basically what you would do is you take the big open end here and you'll place it all the way over the car seat, and then the car seat handle comes up through the top here, and then you just spread it out over baby and over baby's car seat. Now, this is fantastic for if you are out and about with baby and they need to nap, and they just need like some shade, some coolness, some privacy. This is an absolutely wonderful cover for them to just nap on the go. Also in, COVID times, if you are out in a grocery store with babe or a restaurant or something like that, you may not want strangers getting too close right now. I think most people are, polite and mindful about it, but of course, everyone gets excited about a cute baby, and, just keeping baby covered kind of creates this little bubble around them that tells people that, you just want a little bit of space. So that's why I love using it as a car seat cover. Back when my daughter Sophia could only take kind of motion naps, she was really, really struggling to nap any other way, I would just put her in her stroller, and we would go out, but obviously she's, in the bright sunlight and she needs darkness to fall asleep. So just putting this over kind of her stroller as I would stroll her created enough darkness for her to get drowsy and drift off. So absolutely love using this as a car seat cover. Another great use for it, and it's kind of along the lines of less mess. It's really more for sanitary reasons. This makes a great shopping cart cover. So you would just put this, just like we talked about with the car seat, you would drop this down into the little section where baby sits at the top of the car seat, the top of the shopping cart, and then this drapes over the handles and over the back of the little seat. Why this is great is, you just don't know who, had your shopping cart before you, kind of what they've touched and what's touched the cart. And I just find that I feel like it's a little bit cleaner, a little bit safer to kind of have a buffer between Sophia and, actually touching the shopping cart, just because lots of hands have touched those carts. And again, we're trying to be as sanitary and as safe as we can possibly be in our public spaces right now. This also, Sophia frequently has to travel with like a sippy cup of milk or a snack to kind of keep her hands and mouth occupied while we are out, so that she's not tempted to, grab everything and just run wild in the grocery store now that she is starting to toddle. So this is also going to protect the shopping cart from any, mess that Sophia might create. It's going to keep the cart from getting sticky and all of that. It's going to catch all of this stuff. So this is machine washable on cold, and you tumble dry on low, just like all of the other products we've talked about tonight. Love that it is so easy to keep clean. Now, we are not going to a lot of restaurants right now, but when we do and we use the high chair that the restaurant provides, we use these as high chair covers. And so same concept as the shopping cart cover. It's just going to, I feel like it's a little bit more sanitary. It's more comfortable also. I feel like those high chairs that they provide at the restaurants are like, they're always really, really hard wood, right? And they usually look ancient. They're like the things that, you and I used to sit in when we were babies, 25, 30 years ago in restaurants. I feel like they're still using the same ones. So this just, again, creates kind of a little buffer between Sophia and the actual chair. And again, of course, she's dropping things. She's got, sticky, messy hands that she's touching things with. I would rather just contain the mess here instead of creating more mess for the restaurant to clean up after we're gone. And I can just take this home and throw it in the washer when we're done. So these are great for containing messes as well. The multi-use cover. So let me just show you again the two patterns that are 50% off tonight. It is the blooms right here and Sweetheart. So please take advantage of that. Here we've got the gray star pattern as well. I just want to show you what else is available. These are not eligible for the 50% off, but if you see something you like, you can shop it right here on Amazon. I have included these for you just for quick browsing and shopping purposes. So worth it. Got these gray arrows here. Another one of my favorites. I love that that's nice and neutral. We've got BFF black here. This one is BFF gray. And then this super cutie one is called Macaron. And I just love this one. Very summery, very cute, very sweet. And again, I also just want to talk about, I can't remember if I mentioned it. I know I said that they, feel super nice and breathable, but they are also just so soft. Again, I'm telling you, I am like starting a campaign for Kia babies to make bedding for adults. I know it's off brand, I know, but I'm telling you, they've really got the lock on just soft, luxurious feeling fabrics. Okay, so that is the multi-use cover. What else was I going to talk about? I wanted to talk about, okay, we're going to go really quickly so that we don't run out of time. These muslin burp cloths. Now, these are not 50% off tonight, but I've been using them a lot lately, even though I'm not currently burping my daughter, Sophia. She is a year old. So I just wanted to talk about them quickly because I also use these for cleaning up messes around the house. And the reason for that is that they are so absorbent and they're so easy to wash. They are also so incredibly soft. So just like the washcloths, if I don't have one of those on hand, I keep a stack of these muslin burp cloths around for wiping Sophia up after meals, for after we have playtime outside or play in her water table. Sometimes I even use these as a hair towel after the bath. She's got the hooded towel, but these are just so soft that they function just the same way. So I like having these around. I also think they are just the most precious thing ever. And we actually have a neighbor who is expecting a baby. She was due this week, but she still has not had the baby. So we're still anxiously awaiting his arrival, that I'm actually going to purchase a pack of these as a gift for her. And so it was just on my mind to talk about how much I'm loving them. I love the figure 8 shape. It just contours to the shoulder so nicely. If you are using these as a burp cloth, as they are intended, you're not going to, burp cloths that I used when Sophia was a newborn were just that kind of rectangle, and they hung off the shoulder here, and they were just constantly falling off, constantly having to be adjusted. This is literally designed to contour to your shoulder and to fit on your shoulder. You are not going to have to adjust this. It is size large, just like everything else with Kia babies. So you can use this with a newborn, or even if you are still burping an older baby, or if your baby is, kind of bigger than standard newborn size, this is going to be perfect for you. So it's going to cover a lot of real estate. It's going to keep you nice and clean. It's going to keep baby nice and clean. And again, even though I'm not using these as burp cloths because I don't have a baby who's burped, I'm still finding uses for them. They make absolutely wonderful, just quick towels. Even like hand towels in your bathroom, I feel like these could be used for as well. If, this is a little more aesthetically pleasing than the washcloths. So look how super cute these characters are. These characters are all designed in-house with Kia Babies design team. They are unique to Kia Babies. The lions, I'm just obsessed with how dainty and sweet these are. So I think these make an absolutely wonderful gift. So I just remember the last time I talked about these, I didn't get to go really in depth, so I just wanted to share them again. And they are not 50% off tonight, but I just love them so much. I wanted you to know about them. So they are eligible to shop below. And then last but not least, probably the Mac Daddy for containing mealtime mess is the Kia Babies Silicone Bibs. And I haven't talked about these guys in a really long time, so I wanted to bring those back around since we were talking about less mess tonight. Okay, so my daughter Sophia she is now on table food. She sits at the table with us in her high chair. She eats dinner at the same time we do. She's eating a lot of the same foods that we're eating. It's super fun. It's great. I love it. But at the same time, it has increased mealtime mess like tenfold. She is in the squishing things between her hands, rubbing things in her hair, throwing food on the floor, throwing it on the walls, feeding it to the dogs stage. That is the stage she's in, and I hear it actually lasts a really long time. So there's no end in sight anytime soon, which is why I'm so glad that I have these. So again, they are size large. These things are huge, which is wonderful because Sophia's entire body, probably from here down to about here, is covered when she wears these. So I am cutting down on laundry that I'm having to do, spot treating her clothes, that kind of thing. This is going to protect baby's outfit from all of that dropped food, anything that, kind of falls from the mouth, that kind of thing. You can see how they are silicone, but they are so soft and malleable, which means they're very comfortable for baby. This is like one of the only bibs that Sophia will keep on around her neck. She's not constantly tugging at it because it's not too tight around her throat. It's not rubbing against her. It's just so soft. She's able to kind of pick it up and do what she wants with it. She can play with it. She can nibble on it, all kinds of things. I love the food catching pocket. This is so big. It is going to catch everything that falls from baby's mouth, which means a lot less food ending up on your floor. And actually it's, kind of gotten Sophia to eat more than she was eating before I actually had these bibs. So, anything that kind of fell was just lost, but now that it falls into the pocket, it's actually fun for her to go in and kind of dig out the food. And then once she has it in her hand, it occurs to her, oh, I can put this in my mouth and eat it. So we're actually wasting a lot less food. So I can't say enough about these. I love them so much because they are silicone. They are so easy to clean. All you'll do is dump the excess food out. I flip it inside out and I kind of give it a scrub under the sink, under the water in the sink, flip it back, dry it off with a towel, and it is good to go. That's really all you have to do with this. Nothing is going to stick to it. Obviously, it doesn't stain. It's fantastic. So again, this is not 50% off tonight, but it fit into my theme so nicely. I use these every day, so it was like on my mind, and I really wanted to talk about these again. Because if you are looking to create a little less mess in your life, you have to have these at mealtime. And then one trick, organizing trick that I love with these, especially when we're traveling. So I go ahead and take like a spoon and fork, the utensils that Sophia is going to use at the table. I stick them in the little pocket there, kind of roll this shut, and I'll either loop this around or stick a rubber band around it to keep it closed. And then this goes in a little food cubby that we have for her, so that at mealtime, I just put her plate on the table and I quickly grab one of these, unwrap it, and everything she needs to start eating is good to go. So little organizing trick if you are low on drawer space, which we are. Babies kind of and toddlers come with their own set of utensils, and our utensil drawer was already full before Sophia was born, before she started eating table food. So the little cubby system with the bib pocket is just a really great little organization hack, and I wanted to share it with you guys. So you can shop these bibs. I think I only included, this just occurred to me, this is the cotton candy pack. Obviously this is going to be appropriate for a girl. This is not the only color this comes in, but I do think it's the only one that I included in the carousel below, just because I wasn't thinking when I was setting this up. But if you want to browse the other options, please just search this on Amazon or on Kia Baby's website. And if you want the cotton candy pack, which is this nice pink and purple, I have included that below for you. Again, before I sign off, I want to remind you that most of the things we talked about tonight and everything you can browse right here under this video, 50% off. Please take advantage of this deal. It's amazing. All you have to do to get the 50% off is shop. There is a banner below this video. You just click claim. That is going to send the discount code automatically to your cart at checkout. So once you have added all the items that you want to shop tonight to cart, go ahead and complete the transaction, close out, and it is going to be just automatically taken off your total. That is all you have to do. Because it is a thank you for tuning into this live stream, it will go away. The deal will expire 1 hour after the end of this stream. So, please take advantage of it now. Don't forget to go back to your cart. If you are kind of still shopping around, you are welcome to do that. Just don't forget and miss out. I hope that you take advantage of this and grab some of these amazing products. Before we go, if you want to give us a follow here on Amazon Live, that would be amazing. That means that you will be notified every time we have one of these hangout sessions. We've got lots of promotions coming up for you guys. We are going to be offering everywhere from 20% off of items to 80% off of items. Man, it just doesn't get better than that. So I want you to take advantage of it. Don't want you to miss out. And of course, I want to keep making new friends, keep adding new Kia parents to our Kia Babies community. So yes, if you would like to get notified anytime we have one of these hangout sessions, just follow us here on Amazon Live. And I will see you all next week. I hope you have a lovely end of your week and weekend. Keep creating wonderful moments, and I will see you then. Good night.